Today I'll be giving you 7 reasons of why you should absolutely not move to Sacramento, California. And this is the honest truth. I know it sounds strange. As a realtor, my job is to provide you with all the information you need so you can make an informed decision. And this is just not an all-inclusive list. This is just 7 reasons of why you should probably think about before you relocate here. And I want to keep you informed on the market of Sacramento as well. So without further ado, let's jump into this video. Number 1, hot summers. If you don't like hot, dry summers, Sacramento can get up there in the heat and go way past 100 degrees only in the summertime. So this is something to look out for if you're not a fan of hot weather. Just please know that the summers here in Sacramento get pretty hot, but you can go out to the Bay Area where it will probably be a little bit more windy because of the ocean breeze. So there is outlets of where you can drive and relocate to as well. But it does get hot here in the summertime. Number 2, high cost of living. When you think of California, you're probably thinking, it is expensive. How am I going to live there? And I'm just going to be honest with you. There's millions of people that live here. So of course there's a way to live here. If you wanted a 3-bed, 2-bath, you're probably looking at $450 to $500, maybe in the mid $500 range if you're going to live here in Sacramento, California. And that is relatively cheap compared to the other areas of San Francisco, San Diego, LA. You're looking at $1 million for just a house out there. Maybe 700s, of course. But living here, you can afford more and still have California living as well. Number 3, traffic. This place can get some traffic. It really can, just like any other city. And that's usually during rush hours on Highway 80, Highway 50, Highway 65. Those are the 3 main highways out here. And you're going to find traffic being backed up. It's not as bad as LA. I've seen the traffic there be standstill. I haven't never been in really standstill traffic here unless there was a major accident or something of that nature. But other than that, you just need to avoid those major highways at those times. People use side streets. There's so many different ways to navigate and get around the city. So I do appreciate that part of the city, that you don't just have to get on a highway and that is the only way you can go. But city living does come with high traffic. So if you're going to be in the city, it won't be that bad. But once you get on the highways, it can get pretty backed up. Number 4. So I'm from New York City and I'm used to using public transportation. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually didn't learn how to drive until I was about 18 years old. And the reason for that is being in the city and being a city kid, I didn't have to drive. I can take the subway, I can take the buses, and I can get around the city more efficiently than somebody even driving. But living here in Sacramento, in Northern California, if you don't have a car, you're going to have a hard time, and that's just the truth. To get to work, to get to the grocery store, to get anywhere, you're probably going to need a car to get there, and it's not going to be as accessible walking wise. So just know that if you don't know how to drive and you don't have anyone to rely on, it might be a tough move to you to just relocate here by yourself. Can you use Uber and Lyft? Definitely. But that cost will get up there pretty quickly, so you might want to learn how to drive if not. I guess I can teach you how to drive. Why not? I'm a pretty good driving instructor. Number 5, air quality issues. That is a real and prevalent thing here in California. And the reason for that is about 2 hours away, hour and a half away. Every summer tends to have wildfires, and it's a continuous thing that happens, and you can kind of see gray skies every now and then. So I guess if you were worried about the hot summer, it will block the sun for you for a little bit. So that is something to be aware of. If you have asthma, really bad asthma, and extreme asthma or breathing respiratory issues, you might want to look into that to make sure the air quality, talk to your doctor, can actually work for you. Number 6, there is a very high homeless population here. And the reason for that is California is very friendly to homeless population as far as laws, regulations, and the things they put in place. But you will kind of see tents pop up here and there depending on what part of the city you drive in. It doesn't bother me, and it is something I'm very passionate about. And one day I hope to open my own private organization so I can give back and help the homeless population that is here in Sacramento, California, because it is a sad thing to see. And anybody can be in that situation at any given day, including myself. So I'm glad to be very blessed to even be able to record videos to make for you guys and even be a realtor to even represent anyone. Number 7. Last but not least, crime rates. This can be an issue in any city you lived in. The last 8 years in the Air Force, I've lived in St. Louis, New York, Missouri, Las Vegas, Sacramento, Guam. I've lived all over the place. And regardless of what city I've lived in or anybody has lived in, there's going to be areas where there's crime. In Sacramento, they released an article about a month ago that said about 50% of the crime in the city is coming from 3 neighborhoods, and they're in a triangle right near each other. So it's very common to see that. So if you avoid those areas, you'll probably be okay. If you go to downtown, you can see the Sacramento Kings, you can watch a basketball game, eat dinner, dine out, take walks, and not really feel like high presence of crime rates. I've been in other cities where you're in the city or you're around anywhere in the neighborhoods and you kind of feel very unsafe. Sacramento does have its areas, that is 100% true. But if you start to go farther outside the city, it gets even safer. You're looking at cities like Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln, Folsom, Carmichael, Rancho Cordova, Woodland, Davis, Dixon, Natomas. You can find very nice spots as you just have the right realtor to navigate the market, honestly. And my job, it was really just to inform you guys so you're aware of Sacramento, California before you even get here or move here, if you're even thinking about moving here. My team and I is very experienced. My wife is born and raised here. My partner has 20 plus years experience. We have so much great things that we can offer you. So if you are interested in moving here, I would love to represent you. Please reach out to my team. My contact is below, and I hope that you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.